Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking on The Rise of X. Chapter 1, Heredity, Diversity, and we are going to be doing it at the Cavalier difficulty. So let's take a look at what these different rewards have to offer really quick. I'm just going to flash through them before we actually begin gameplay. And I guess you see it's First Mutant is what the title is going to be for most of these quests. We get 2,000 shards for exploration, 4,500. So the rewards look very, very good for the event, and I can't wait to get started. Uncollected looks a little bit much easier, but let's do Cavalier. This is the first time we're going to be taking a look at it. We're going to be doing the Heredity and then Diversity. That's that first one where Warlock is the boss. And for completion, this is the rewards we should be getting. It looks like the tech, which is Warlock, is going to be the boss. We're just going to snap in the top 5 champions that I have. And when I build a team, I try to build it diverse, so we have a champion for each like Mystic. We have Cosmic. So for each category, we have a champion coming into play. For each class, I should be saying, we have a champion, and we're just bringing them in blind. This is the very first time we're looking at this quest. So we're going to take a look at this, see who's on board here. So we seem to have the champions are about 30, and then the easy spot seems to be 25 to 30,000. Difficulty, which is the part with that void, and then we have a 50,000 and a 59,000 mini boss and a boss. So incinerate abilities are 40% more effective. So Warlock look like he's pretty stacked. We have some shards to pick up on the way, and to just complete the first fight, we are going to just have some fun with the gameplay, and we are going to be taking the easiest part to complete this, which would be, I would say, She-Hulk, and take that part to the right all the way up to Void, and then we're going to take on the 2 bosses. Yeah, shock ability, enhanced power drain, empowerment, immunity, explosive personality. It's quite a few buffs on this node. So it should be interesting to see what and how effective and devastating this is. I know they have punishment, glutton, and polka dot power is what we are looking for as the buffs on the nodes. So let's take the part to the right. We're going to take on She-Hulk, and then I'm going to do the other parts during the week. But let's take the She-Hulk part. This way we could all see and at least do completion, and then later on we could do full exploration. So again, we have punishment, glutton. Skill attackers gain a permanent passive fury, increasing attack rating by 10% each time a bleed or incinerate debuff is purified and or expires on the opponent. So that's pretty good. And then there's polka dot. The attacker gains no power from landing or receiving hits. Instead, they are granted 12% above a power per second. So again, it's not about based on hits. We're just going to gradually get that better power. So we could probably gain power gain without landing hits, which is pretty cool. And what I'm gonna do is just try to bleed her out. We do have, once she's bleeding, we have a better attack rate because of the punishment, glutton, and that's only for skill champions. So now I'm wishing we had more skill champions in this gameplay. But we have one skill champion, which is Nick Fury, which should be enough to take these champions down. But until we get up, we're obviously the final boss. So we're just going to let that bleed work itself down. We're trying to bait out her SP2 at this point. We do not want to push her to SP3 because she's going to absolutely wreck us. So we just, and I'm telling you, man, it's taken forever to bait this champion out. I mean, you think she'd fired out SP2 already. So first thing, let me just get her closer to that and maybe she'll fire it off. I took a couple hits there just to see if I'll trigger that SP2. But she's definitely not firing it yet. Okay, so you guys all saw how long that took. So be careful with She-Hulk. She is not going to just fire off that SP2 at will. And we finally got her down. We lost 20% health, but again, this is just a decoy. So we so far in good shape. It's a slow connectivity issue going on. Anyway, we are on to the second flight here, which is going to be Diablo. And let's see, same thing, Punishment Glutton, Polka Dot Power. So what you really want to do is bring in some skill champions and apply some bleeds or incinerates. So I'm thinking Nick Fury or someone with incinerate, which would be Gwen, who is it? Yeah, Gwenpool. She should be fine with this as well. Let's see. Machete might be very good with it too because he has those incinerates as well. Here we go. But we're going to take him down with Captain America. I'm thinking if I parry, we're gonna get that armor break or petrify going on him to stop that healing. There you go, petrify. And he's immune to the bleed or something. He's immune to something. But we're doing some serious damage here with Captain America. Here we go. Well, we got the armor break there. Okay. Nice thing about Captain America, a lot of his hits is like Ant-Man. He glances a lot of the direct hits. That saves us on health. And he's an absolute tank. I'm trying to push him to the SP3 or close to it and then bait it out. I'm thinking he's like, I'm going to try to bait him out here and just apply the parry. Keep petrifying him until he fires that SP2. Oh, and it's unblockable. Alright, I got caught with that one. That was my mistake. Forgot he's unblockable on that SP2. And yes, we're gonna just go into the attack. I'm gonna break him. Get more damage and his health is putting out. We're gonna petrify, boom. And we should be able to take him out with the next hit. And there you go. He is down, so that's 2 down. And quite a bit more to go. This is a very long quest because these fights are really stacked. These champions are really stacked for health. And again, this is Cavalier, so you want to take on, again, same nodes, Punishment and Polka Dot. So same principle. So far, skill champions seem to be the champion to bring to the gameplay. We're going to bring back in Nick Fury for the Red Hulk. And we just got to be careful with that SP2 and make sure we probably want to bait out his just SP1s or not even push him to 2, because if he connects with his 2, he's going to heal anyway. And we don't want that to happen. So we're going to just apply bleeds, and back off and let that work itself out. And hopefully he just throws the SP1. Just going to bleed him out, back off. There you go, he puts the heavy on. Trying to bait out the SP1 now. Push him to the SP2 and he fires it off. Pretty good. We're just gonna keep applying the bleeds. Don't want to use the SP2 just yet. There you go. And now we're gonna fire the SP3 and this should take care of him. And Red Hulk is down. So by far, you need, guys, for at least this part, I haven't looked at the other parts yet, but you definitely need a skill champion for this quest. Apply bleeds and just back off and wait for it, man. Let's see, we have Daredevil, and he is going to be, again, same nodes, universal nodes, going for all of these champs on the path. We are going to use, who are we going to use for this? We're going to use Nick Fury because he is unblockable if he does take some hits and has over 6 or 7 tactical charges. So we're going to be using him just in case we can't deal with the evade from Daredevil Classic. But here we go. We're going to apply that bleed. Here we go. Keep reapplying that parry, light, heavy. Parry, light, heavy. Just get that bleed going. And hopefully we bleed these guys out. We just want to dex out and get out of the way of his SPs. He seems to be firing off the SPs pretty easily, so you don't have to worry about that. He is just going all out with the SPs. And this is what we want. And he's out. Lights out. That's the next champ down. And we are going on Void. This should be very interesting because he has that damage over time. And he is awakened, so he has fear of a Void. And the thing with Void is he has a huge health pool. So let's see how he's going to be. He's got over 220,000 health, which is one hell of a lot of health. So let's see if we could just let's play around. This is going to be practice and see who does the best work. Let's see if we could petrify some of this stuff, and hopefully we shake off some of his intimidating charges and get rid of it with Captain America. His shots are glancing anyway. You want to parry. Back off from the SP2. There you go. His intimidating charge is going to trigger. It's doing some damage right now. Losing a lot of health because of that intimidating presence. But it's petrified, which is fantastic. And that is what you needed. You needed a champ like Captain America to purify some of those buffs on him. There you go. Petrify, boom. Armor broke him as well. So Captain America is very effective. I'm thinking, again, Skill Champion is going to be even more effective. But again, we're playing around here. This is just testing it. This is not by any means perfect gameplay. We're just testing champs to see who's going to be actually doing a lot of damage against these champions on this path. So Captain America is not doing too bad. He's holding his own. He's out, and we're going to clean up. I could clean up with Mephisto and get that extra persistency charge, but we're just going to knock him out with Nick Fury. How's that? So here we go. And he is out. Void is out for the count. And now we are going into the last two fights. We are going to take on, let's see what he has to say. Okay, let's just skip out through all of this. Sunspot has 241,000 health. Incinerate abilities are 40% more effective. Defensive ability, accuracy, blah, blah, blah. So, easy beatdown on this is going to be Star-Lord. He should be easily able to take him out. So if you have a Star-Lord, that is going to be excellent work for the Sunspot. So Sunspot is the only node where you don't need a skill champion. And here we go. We're going to foul the SP2. Armor break him. Get out of those special attacks. And we're up to 36 hits. So Star-Lord is actually really taking a toll on Sunspot right now. And the only way to mess up on these fights is like here, boom. There you see, that's it, that final kick. And again, he applies that Incinerate, which is 40% more effective. So you do not want to mess up with Star-Lord. Give him a lot of space. And again, this is just gameplay for demo and for show and for testing. So we know that Star-Lord is definitely going to easily take him out. I'm going to bring in Mephisto. And we're going to take him out, Sunspot. We're not going to fire up the SP1 because he's going to be immune to the Incinerates. So we're going to push Mephisto to SP3. We're going to get there before him. And we are going to power burn him 2 bars of power when we fire up the SP3. So we're going to reset him close to 1 bar of power. And that is the beautiful thing with Mephisto. He is just going to power burn you with his SP3. And there he is. He's going to lose all of that power gain. We're going to get away. You don't want to run into it. We're going to fire up the SP1. Boom. Now, we have 2 persistency charges, and we should be able to regain health even if we get knocked out at any point here. We're going to fire up that SP3 again. We still have 2 persistency charges remaining, and if we take off Sunspot, we should have 3 to go into the final fight. He's only down to 19%, so this guy is really taking a hit. And here you go, because I don't know what happened there, but I'm supposed to be indestructible, and that didn't happen on a knockout blow. So I wasn't expecting Mephisto to be knocked out there, but he was knocked out. So I don't know if that's a glitch, but I'm supposed to be indestructible when I am taking a knockout blow with 2 persistency charges still left. So that might have been a glitch. Here we go. We push Hyperion to SP3. We're going to fire it off. And there you have it. This guy is still at 6% because of that huge health pool. Now I have 3 cosmic charges. I'm trying to trigger it, but the cosmic charges did not trigger again. This guy seems to be just knocking out these champions without triggering their abilities. I don't know if that's a glitch again in the game, but here we go. Nick Fury got the job done, and we have 1 fight left, the boss fight, which should be very interesting. Okay, again, we seem to be on a pause with connection for some reason. It's just hanging there. There's nothing going on. And I guess we just have to wait to connect. So, tips for this gameplay: bring in the skill champions. Anyone that could bleed or incinerate would do very well on this matchup. You don't need to have 5-star champions all maxed out. You could probably do it with 4-star, fully maxed out 4-star champions, or rank 4 5-star champions. Easily get the job done. But because all you really have to do is bait out the SP1s and 2s, and you should be fine. Hang back and let the bleed do its damage. Okay, we are on that final fight finally, and we are going to take a look at the node again, make sure everything is good before we start attacking this guy. And Warlock, we have 500% health, armor up for 40% more effective, enhanced shock, enhanced power drain, 80% more effective. Empowered immunity, whenever the champion will receive a debuff that they're immune to, they generate 33 bar of power. And they have explosive personality. When the defender blocks an attack, they activate an armor up buff, boosting armor by 25%. Upon reaching 5-star armor up generated by the explosive personality, blah, blah, blah. Again, we just have to beat down this guy, and let's test it out, and we're going to bring back in all of the champions to see if we could do some damage to this guy. This way you guys could see who is effective, who's not effective, at least with the champs that I brought to the gameplay. So he seems to build pretty good, and because you're hitting into his block and he's building power a lot faster, so you may not want to do that. It pushes him to SP3, trying to bait it out, and again he is not firing off this SP2. Finally he fired it off. Boom. We sidestepped him there. Let's get into the gameplay again. This guy is going to be immune to a lot of stuff, including bleed. So Nick Fury is not probably the best champ to bring into this gameplay for this. We finally on the real Nick Fury. I'm trying to push myself to an SP3 before I fire it off, and that did not happen. I should have just gone with the SP2 and stunned him, hopefully. But that's it. Lights out. There's nothing I could do. That degeneration is just killer. And that's why we have fun in the game. So we're not worried about it. We're going to bring him back in. We have 3 of those charges. We're going to use all 3 if necessary. I'm not going to use any more potions or anything else. I'm just going to leave it at that. We're going to bring in again Nick Fury. Oh, sorry, Hyperion. To do that incinerate and see if we could take him out with the incinerate or how much damage it would actually do. And we do have the class advantage. The incinerate seems to be doing some good damage on him. Okay, we're taking him down quite a bit now. He caught me with a shock, which is 40%, I believe, more effective. We're gonna try to get some Furies going, and that's not actually happening. And he took me out again with the degeneration. Let's do it again. We have 2 more, and then I'll revive all the champs and take a shot at him and see who actually does the most damage to him. I'm thinking Hyperion and Star-Lord should be able to do the most amount of damage, but we will test that theory in a second. There we go. Captain America hits pretty hard as well. Okay. He clipped me again. Well, we have 2 more revives on this. We have 1 more revive. We're going to use that revive just at 20%. And then we're going to revive all the champions if necessary. Which I think is going to be necessary, because this guy has a huge health pool. There we go. We're gonna get that incinerate on, try to bring him down to at least 50% before we get knocked out. Here we go, he's down to 50%. So Hyperion could definitely melt him away. For some reason, that 3rd shock is always hitting and I'm not able to dex it. In normal gameplay, I'm able to dex it, so I don't know why in this quest I'm not able to dex that 3rd shot. Maybe it's just me. I'm having an off day here. Anyway, let's keep going. We're going to revive all the champs to 40%, and definitely we're going to take out Warlock in this gameplay. We're going to keep the rest of those potions for later on if I need it. But here we go. And I don't know about you guys, but units, to spend 100 units for 1 set of revive for these quests is not too bad. And you just grind the arenas and you get units anyway when you open up battle chips. So units is not something you're paying for. Hopefully you're not paying for it. You're just using what you grind for. And it's not too bad. So here we go. And I'm guessing this is it. Once he spits us out, there you go, he's done. So Captain America, not too successful against this champion. We know Nick Fury is going to take a beating anyway. Let's go with Star-Lord, see how much damage he could do. We are 28% right now. Star-Lord has him down to 26% already. We took some hits. Trying to get an SP2 and fired off, and that hopefully should give him a lot of damage. Down to 19%. So that SP2, which normally hits really hard, only took him down to 1% more, which is ridiculous. So here we go. Star-Lord is out, 19% to go. In the meantime, guys, hopefully you subscribe to the channel, like, hit the notification bell so you get notified by email when we have new content this week on the other quest and parts. And here we go. Mephisto should be doing some nice incendiary damage here, because I don't think he's incinerate immune, is he? Nope. Incinerate. He is easy to take down with the incinerate. 2. Okay, so I'm holding the block, but we're gonna get degenerated to death. Gonna fire up that incinerate and see if we could bring him down even closer. 5%. He does take a lot of beating, man. 5%. We have 2 charms left. We're not going to spend any more units on this. So it's going to be Nick Fury, and with his raw power should be able to hit him really hard with light and medium hits. And here we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Let's check the rewards. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate every subscription. And you guys, remember to work less, play more, enjoy life. And here's the rewards for just that first part. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.